What's next for LifeWave? Global Senior Vice President of Sales Ryan Barson is back to share with us a roadmap of events that will be taking place in 2024. Please welcome Ryan Barson.
Events are powerful. They matter. This is an event. Everything about what we do is about building to the next event. And today I'm going to talk about some of the things that are coming up in our 2024 calendar and beyond. Our incentive trips are an integral part of great companies and consistent business building efforts. LifeWave corporate events set a cadence for all that we do each and every year. And field leader events create a culture that is attractive to everyone. Years ago, there was a survey of network marketers across companies here in the United States. And a key question in that survey was, why did you join the company you joined? Now, you might expect that the answers included things like, well, I liked my company's products. I really liked the business opportunity with my company. That survey was fascinating because over 70% of those who responded said that they joined the company that they joined because they wanted to be part of something. So what does that really mean? It means that people want to be part of a community, part of a group of people who support each other, cheer for each other. One way that happens is when we gather for events. Leader events with your teams, gathering for watch parties of events like many of you are doing today, joining us for incentive trips and experiencing all the amazing things that happen at one of our annual conventions. In 2024, we have a lot to look forward to, including our springtime regional incentive trips. Now, the qualification for those ends in just over a week. We have just one more week to go. The first one of those for all of our brand partners who live in our Asia Pacific region will be happening in Seoul, South Korea between March 19th and March 22nd. We are really excited about that one because it leads into the opening of our Seoul, South Korea office right after that event. Next, for all of our brand partners in North America, we will be holding our regional incentive trip this year between April 7th to 11th, 2024 in Cancun, Mexico. So if at the beginning of April, you're ready to leave the cold and enjoy some warm sun and some sand, that is the place to be. Qualify for that event. You do not want to miss it. And finally, for all of our brand partners who live in Europe, the Middle East, and Africa, we will be holding our incentive trip there in Prague in the Czech Republic, June 6th to 10th this spring. I can't wait for that one. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And as I mentioned earlier, we have some exciting things happening as well. We're opening our South Korea office in March, on March 23rd, right after our Asia Pacific regional incentive trip. But it doesn't just end there. As you all know from our convention back in October, we announced our next annual elite incentive trip, which will be happening on the island of Bora Bora in French Polynesia, June 15th to 20th, 2024. For all those of you who are working to qualify for this incentive trip, the qualification period runs through May 31st. You still have time. So keep sharing, keep inviting, keep helping other people to change their lives, and we can't wait to see you there. Next on the list, we're really excited about this one because our leadership incentive trip this year, our 20th anniversary leadership incentive trip, will be a Greek Isles cruise between August 10th and August 17th. We still have plenty of time for qualifying for that one. The qualification period ends on July 31st. What else do we have to look forward to? In the very near future, we're going to be opening up our brand new global headquarters here in the state of Utah. Stay tuned for more details on that and dates and what we're going to be doing and when we're going to be doing it. In addition, one of the best and biggest events that we do every single year is our global convention. Last year's event was completely sold out. We filled the convention center in Orlando, Florida for our last event. And we look forward to doing the same thing this year in the Dallas-Fort Worth area in the state of Texas from October 17th to October 19th. If you haven't yet registered for that event, do it today. You're not going to want to miss that event. We have some exciting things coming. And in fact, throughout this event today, you've heard David maybe sharing a few things that are coming, hinting at some of the things that are on the horizon for LifeWave. If you want to know what those are, the place to be is at our convention in Texas in October. Finally, we're doing 2 sets of regional incentives each and every year. And very soon, we're going to be announcing the locations for our autumn regional incentive trips. You never know where we're going to go. We have some great potential locations lined up in our Asia Pacific region, in our Europe, Middle East, and Africa region, and of course, here in North America. Throughout the year, as you have heard from some of our regional vice presidents and general managers, we're planning roadshow events in many markets, boot camp training events, and opportunity meetings. And in between all of those events are leader events held by people just like you. These may be your own leadership events, incentive trips, product and business trainings, and opportunity meetings. Building relationships and connecting with your team is one of the best things that you get from events like those. You get recognized for your achievements at events, whether they're corporate events or field events. You have opportunities to learn from some of the best, like you have here at Vision 2024. You get the latest updates and information. Again, another reason you don't want to miss our convention in Texas in October. You'll feel a boost to your energy. You'll re-sponsor yourself and remember all of the reasons that you joined LifeWave in the first place. You get to meet amazing brand partners and corporate leaders. You get to brainstorm with other leaders and your team. You see the vision for the future. And of course, they're really, really fun. Throughout my career, I have seen the businesses of brand partners grow as they focus on building to impending events and leveraging those events to drive excitement and momentum in their businesses. The key is identify your next event, build for it, make it a great success, and then build for the next event. And we hope to see you at each of these events. Until then, keep living, sharing, and inviting all things LifeWave. Thank you.
Hello, my friends of LifeWave. My name is Eden from Taiwan. And this is how I started with LifeWave because of my father. My dad is actually a kidney dialysis patient during the last 7 years. My family members continue to see he's getting weaker and weaker. And the year that we have got hold with LifeWave and where he fell asleep during the day, and we really pay attention to his nutrition. However, any favorite food that we prepare for him, he just sit there and take a few bites and quit. Then he went back to sofa and fell asleep again. I actually saw the similar situations with my grandfather on the very last years of his life. And we were worried, but we didn't know what to do. And I'm very grateful to a special person, Miss Ke-Xing, and one day that he brought us patches and shared the patches with us. We started using on my father with the intention to give a try, but in 2 days, I saw that my father has improved. Now, currently, he lives just like a normal person. And of course, that he has to go through dialysis 3 times a week. But during the day, he can live with us and talk to us like a normal person. He slept well as well. And he can talk really, really nice as well. Because I see the great changes on him, I started to using the patches out of a curiosity. For me, I don't have any health issues. I just turned 40 years old. And when I started using it, I didn't feel much at all. But about 3 weeks later, and I remember it was a Chinese Lunar New Year, and I didn't go to a gym for 3 weeks. And after that, I returned to the gym. And I found myself doing the weights on my weight training from original 5 unit, I added to 8 unit. I felt incredible. And I even wonder if I remember the numbers incorrectly. And then I found out my progress was really surprised. And because of excitement, I have done much more sets. And I was worried maybe that there will be a problem with the excessive exercise, but the following 2-3 days, I don't see any injury at all. Since then, I experienced a big change brought by the patches. I've been using this for about a year now, and my stamina gets better. And because of this miracle changes, and I look forward to this huge potential of the business of the LifeWave, and that should be able to easy for us to bring it to the market. And you know that in Taiwan, the elderly population has been increased so rapidly through LifeWave's collaborations business model. Not only that we can have a good room and performs in this market, we can also take advantage of this platform to push the correct to all over the world. And I talked to my family members, did some study and understanding, and we actually officially started doing this business together and promoting the business opportunity to more people. And I really hope that you will take advantage of it and be benefited by this business model as well. And we're so looking forward to it. During this year, the speed of our business development was faster than we expected. We were very surprised at this efficiency in this model. And we also proceed with a lot of people where that they have issues, but then are getting back to their health, and especially the disease injury caused by aging. And with the help of the patches, and there's a lot of improvement in these people's quality of life. In the same time, our family promote this product together. We have a more common topic to talk about, more experience and live together better. This LifeWave opportunity not only give us a very good future and also embody the relations and enhance the atmosphere. We really appreciate LifeWave. I love LifeWave. Thank you so much.
What an exciting event that we're all experiencing today, David, with vision for the new year, our future, where we're going. There's so much happening. It's really, really exciting. It's fun for me to sit here and have an opportunity to talk to you a little bit about building the business with X39. And X39, of course, is our flagship product. One of the things I know about it is it wasn't always there. It's relatively recent to the LifeWave family. So could you tell us just a little bit about how LifeWave X39 came to be?
Well, it's really fun for me to look back over 20 years and see how the business has evolved in the way our brand partners have built it. And it's always been very product focused, and the demos that people have done have varied dramatically over the years. So when we started back in late 2004 with Energy Enhancer, what you saw is that people would be doing muscle testing and immediately showing that people would become stronger after applying the energy patches. And of course, also taking the patches into gyms where people would get an immediate improvement in stamina. And then later on, when we released IceWave, we had many people shifting the business to where they would work with people that had all different types of aches and pains, and within 2 to 3 minutes, demonstrating 50 to 100% relief of pain. Later on, as we introduced glutathione and then Eon, those just complemented these pain relief demos. So when we released X39, that was a huge shift because the mindset had been, I have to prove to people that this technology works. I mean, who's going to believe that putting a patch on the skin where nothing enters the body is going to produce this effect? But as we turned into 2018, we had been around for 15 years. We had all of these clinical studies. And what we found was that just after a day of using X39, many people were already seeing benefits. So the business building part of it went very much to, hey, I'm going to share this new stem cell product with you. Just put it on the back of your neck below the belly button. Let's touch base in a week and see how you're doing. And the business took off that way. So we made a business model that was very simple, very powerful. People got results quickly, and it was extraordinarily simple to share. And also, because it was coming off of 10 years of stem cell research, that made it cutting edge and exciting.
Very, very exciting stuff. So given that you've created this amazing new product that people are starting to see results from so quickly and helping them to have a great experience with the products, what is the most important thing for someone to know when they're starting and joining our business and starting to share with other people about X39? Do they have to be an expert in the science and everything behind it?
I hope they're not an expert, because that will really interfere with their ability to build a business. So some of our brand partners, that we've had the privilege of meeting and getting to know, they really don't want to get into the science behind this. They just want to build a business and use this as a method for earning money, either part-time or full-time. So the beauty of this is simply they just go out and share the product. They have people put it on the back of the neck or below the belly button or pretty much anywhere they want to put it. And then they should encourage people to keep track of how's their energy the next day. What was the quality of their sleep like? Are they noticing any other improvements in their overall vitality? Because these things are all going to happen within the first 24 hours to the first week of using the product for most people.
When someone starts using it for the first time and they're interested in sharing, what do you think is the most important thing that someone needs to share with someone else? Do they want to ask questions and understand where they're coming from and maybe some of the challenges that they're facing? Is that a good approach?
I would definitely, based on experience, first find out what is going on in this person's life. Is it, are they over caffeinated and, they're getting sluggish in the afternoon? What is the quality of their sleep? Have they been experiencing any type of acute or chronic pain? So as a business and as a community, we should always be looking at how can we be of best service to others. And I know you personally very much feel that way. So I would take the approach of getting to know the person, finding out a little bit about them, what's going on in their lives, and then making a recommendation on which products that we have that's best going to suit them. But the beauty of X39 is that it kind of does it all.
Yeah.
So just having them use and start with that product really covers almost all the bases.
One of the things that I've learned over a long career in our space is that learning to tell a good story is a key part of it. Learning to talk about your own experiences. And what that does is it captures the attention of the other people. It triggers them, a question in them, really? Well, what exactly are you doing? And what exactly has changed? For me, keeping it simple is paramount. And it feels like that's what you're talking about here. And someone says, well, how does it work, David? My response would be, I don't know exactly how it works. All I know is it works and it's made a difference for me.
Yeah. The other thing, of course, that people can do is pull up a video and send them a link to one of our web pages where we have video. We explain it for those people that want to look at clinical studies. Of course, we have all of that, but always keeping it simple is the easiest thing to do by far. So yeah, I would encourage our brand partners to simply share the product, have people use it, and then they can see for themselves that it works.
Over the last number of years, as people have started using and sharing X39 in their business building efforts, you undoubtedly have seen some of those business builders really make a very successful business out of it. How has that made a difference in your life, and what does that mean to you?
It's extraordinary. When we first started with the release of X39, in 2018, the most important thing was that as people started to use the product for the first time, we saw lives that transformed in dramatic ways. And this drove the leaders to want to build the business. They felt that this was something too good. They had to share it with others and help people that were in need. And we had these incredible success stories. There's a fellow that's in our business, originally from Japan. His name is Hiro. And he and his wife live in California. And when I met him, he said, my wife and I, we want to retire. I just need to make another $2,000 a month. And that is going to kind of cover our costs and give us a nice retirement. And, $2,000 a month in California is, just getting by. So he was very impressed with the results that he got with X39. He went back to Japan and he started to recruit what is today the top leaders in our business in Japan. So he went from just simply wanting to have a part-time business to where in a very short period of time after working LifeWave, he and his wife were buying a brand new home in California. So I got to see that from the very beginning to, where he ended up today, which is extraordinary. And that, of course, hasn't been an isolated incident. So many wonderful success stories in our community.
Over the last 20 years, LifeWave has experienced steady growth, each and every year growing into an even bigger and bigger company. 2023 represented the biggest yet, the most successful year in LifeWave's history. And a lot of that can be attributed to these amazing products. And of course, our wonderful brand partners who are sharing with others. That success to me has always been about those people and lives changed. So in addition to a business success there, do the product success stories also affect the business?
They always do, right? They go hand in hand. In our space, usually what you find, as you know, is that many companies where they don't have really outstanding products, they tend to focus on the money, on the business opportunity. And that's the path that they've decided to follow. But our direction is very, very different. We've made a commitment to doing research, producing products that nobody else has, patenting them, making them exclusive, manufacturing them ourselves. So we have control over maybe sudden changes in the way that people buy. So we never out of inventory. And so we have definitely been a very product heavy business. And certainly because of the success of X39, that has been played a huge role in where we are today.
Having a flagship product like X39 that's so successful and so many people are sharing and talking about, that opens up an entire solar system or universe of other products and other opportunities and all the products in the LifeWave family and some of the things that are to come in the future. How is the X39 and sharing from a business perspective going to lead us to new areas and new innovations?
X39 ushered in a new generation at LifeWave where we showed that it was possible to reverse part of the human aging process. And this, of course, now, is something that was ridiculed even as little as 10 years ago. But now, today, many companies are investing massive amounts of money in, let's say, drug development for reversal of human aging. And this is something that we're heavily vested in. So when we saw that we could start to get some age reversal effects with our products, X39, of course, included, that opened up the door to develop new technology beyond just the patches that people can incorporate into their lives that will play a meaningful role in staying younger longer. And so that's really what's driving the innovation in our labs today is how can we develop new technology that will allow people to overcome aging so that's something that we don't have to fear in our lifetime.
A great company has great products, that foundation of great products. And then when you share those great products with other people, we have another product, which is a phenomenal business opportunity. Just a few final thoughts from you with regard to leveraging X39 in sharing the LifeWave story, the X39 story, and how it can impact people's lives for the better. And where do you see going, where we're going from there?
So I would say any company, it's a living organism. And it needs to play a role on our planet. And if the company isn't serving a purpose, then it probably should go extinct, right? Like the dinosaurs. And in our particular case, what we're doing with our products, especially X39, is showing a path to how people can be empowered. That many people, they live in pain. They live with a poor quality of sleep. They don't detoxify regularly, and this leads to health conditions. And they simply lack the tools and the knowledge for how they can take control of our health. So this is a very, very important purpose that LifeWave serves. And this is led by X39 because it's so simple. It's so effective. It's inexpensive. Anybody can do it. And the results are, in many cases, immediate. So the exciting thing to me is that, we have since 2018 shown how powerful X39 is, and we've opened a door for the future.
I can't wait to see that future and join you as we create something even better for LifeWave and all these people around the world.
Yep, absolutely.
Thanks, David.
Thanks, Ryan.
Hello, everyone. My name is Daisy from Taiwan, originally from Taipei, Taiwan. And I joined the LifeWave last year since March 9th, 2022. And that's when I put on my first piece of a patches X39. I have been a very healthy person, and my son is 14 years old already. I have never taken much medications, and I have been in good health. But unexpectedly, after I received the vaccine, my immune system collapsed, and that caused the throughout my body, front, side, waist, back, arms, and thigh with red, itchy, pat and swallow, and also ulcerated skin condition. It was very scary and painful. I still never take any medicine or try to apply any cream. And I try to use the natural therapy such as the fasting, but there's no improvement on me. And it comes back and forth within 3 to 5 months until I put the X39 on my back, neck, and my tummy. And all of a sudden, just within the short 13 days, on the very 13 days, there was a big surprise occur. That's how I got from bad skin and restored my condition to perfect. So today, I really would like to show you my skin conditions. And I thought that I will leave some scars, but then it turned out to be fair and fine skin like this. No scar left at all. And I started to do more product testimonial. This time I started doing my career testimonial. I share the story every day, recommend a product every day. I actually are not very good speaker, but then I still want to share the products to everyone. And the Taiwanese conference in Taiwan of the 15 times is going to come in at the Taiwan University that sits 3,000 people on the very first day. We already sold 600 tickets. So they're going to bring all their friends and relatives to participate in this grand event, come and get to know each other and promote our great business opportunity. So I hope to see everyone. I love you and thank you.
Hello, LifeWave family, and welcome to a milestone moment in LifeWave's journey towards enhanced well-being. I'm thrilled to unveil something truly remarkable, our latest leap in health innovation, 2 brand new LifeWave nutritional supplements. Now, in our relentless pursuit of excellence, LifeWave has always been at the forefront of harnessing the body's natural healing powers. Our patches, especially the star performer X39, have revolutionized how we approach health and vitality. Today, we're taking this revolution a step further. We are introducing 2 groundbreaking supplements to be available later this year, each meticulously designed for day and night to work in perfect harmony with our LifeWave patches, amplifying the benefits of our hero, the X39, and all other LifeWave patches. Taken together as a holistic approach to well-being, these supplements optimize the power of our patches in ways you'll be able to see and feel in short order. Years in the making, we're finally in a good enough place where we can safely say our competition doesn't even come close. At LifeWave, we don't just create products. We create promises of a holistic approach to health, of innovation, of a life lived not just longer, but better. These supplements are not mere additions. They're a manifestation of our vision, a vision where every product interconnects, supporting and enhancing your health journey at every step. So I invite you to join us on this exciting journey. Experience the power of synergy with LifeWave's new supplements and our X39 patch. Embrace a life of heightened health, peaceful relaxation, and revitalized energy. Together, let's not just live, let's all live well. And now, to dive deeper into the science that makes this all possible, I am honored to hand over the stage to the visionary behind LifeWave, our CEO, founder, and mastermind of LifeWave technology. Please join me in welcoming David Schmidt as he unfolds the scientific wonders behind these revolutionary supplements.
It's now time to unveil a very special project that we've been working on at LifeWave. And this is a nutritional formula which is complementary to all of our LifeWave daytime patches. Now, let me explain. Let's say that you are a vegan or a vegetarian, and you want to use the LifeWave X39 patch. You may be missing some things in your diet that would complement and enhance the use of the X39 patch. For example, you may not be getting enough copper in your diet or enough glycine in your diet. And these would be things that would limit the production of peptides like GHKCU. So what we've been working on and what we've now developed is a special nutritional formula that complements the activity of all of our LifeWave patches. So regardless of what type of diet that you have or your daily nutrition, this one formula does it all. So let's dig in on the details. We have two formulas. The first one we call LifeWave Energize, and it's designed to be used either once or twice per day. The important thing to know about this formula is that it complements the use of all of our LifeWave daytime patches, but also importantly, as you're about to see, this unique nutritional supplement is also designed to complement and enhance the activity of the stem cells in the body. Let's dig into this in more detail. First, the general ingredient profile. What we've included in this formula are a variety of compounds that normally you would have to supplement with separately, or you'd have to design your diet to get these nutrients. So we're making this very convenient where you can take this formula once or twice per day and get all of the nutritional needs that are required for the optimum use of the patches. So we have things like the amino acid glycine, which is used in elevating glutathione and elevating copper peptide. NAC, which is critical for the production of glutathione. Lysine, which is also important in the production of copper peptide, and so forth. But what do each of these nutrients do individually, and why did we include them? First thing, let's talk about the amino acid glycine. Glycine is an amino acid, and it is a precursor to GHKCU and glutathione. One of the other things that's important to know about glycine is that it will help to support the role of stem cells in the body. Here is a clinical study that was done on just glycine and the activity of stem cells. In this study, which is entitled Glycine Cleavage System Determines the Fate of Pluripotent Stem Cells via the Regulation of Senescence and Epigenetic Modifications, demonstrated that enhancing the diet with glycine would support the activity of stem cells in the body. So we're seeing benefits not only from glycine's use as a precursor to copper peptide, but also individually as a very powerful signaling molecule in just being an amino acid. So we've included glycine in this formula. Now, patches that are synergistic with glycine include an entire variety of patches, as you can see. So the role of glycine in elevating copper peptide, which supports the X39 patch, is very easy to understand. In addition, glycine is used to form glutathione in the body. So glycine would make an excellent companion to our glutathione patch. We also see that glycine, because it plays a role in muscle growth, would be a great complement for X49 and also for our carnosine patch. Now, glycine is also associated with the health of the nervous system, and as a result, stress reduction. So for example, when you elevate antioxidants like glutathione because of enhanced glycine intake, that is going to reduce stress on the nervous system, and that makes it complementary with Eon. So glycine has been included in this formula for that reason. Now, the next nutrient in this nutritional formula is NAC, or N-acetylcysteine. Now, NAC is lacking, or I should say cysteine is lacking from people's diets today because they're not taking in enough eggs or enough dairy products for other health reasons. So often people have to resort to a N-acetylcysteine supplement in order to support the levels of glutathione in the body. So we have included NAC in this formula. Another very important thing is that we know that our body's levels of glutathione are directly associated with our lifespan and our health. So not surprisingly, glutathione plays an incredibly important role in the health of the stem cells, and clinical studies will in fact show that. So here's a really interesting image, and this has to do with the effect of glutathione and stem cells. And this was a method that was identified to rejuvenate old stem cells. So this is so critically important to understand, because in biology, we often think that aging is just a one-way street. We are born, we age, and then we die. But now it's being shown through a variety of different methods that even something as simple as glutathione can reverse the age of the stem cells. Not surprisingly, NAC is complementary for a whole host of LifeWave patches, including X39 and glutathione. In addition, we see that because glutathione is the body's master antioxidant, and it plays such an important role in the health of our immune system and suppressing inflammatory and oxidative stress, it really becomes a great complement to all of our LifeWave daytime patches. Now, the next ingredient that we've included in the LifeWave Energized Daytime formula is the amino acid lysine. Now, when we think of lysine, we often think of its benefits for the immune system. But of course, we've included it because lysine supports the formation and is necessary for copper peptide. But not surprisingly, lysine by itself as an amino acid has also been shown to support the health and the proliferation and differentiation of stem cells in the body. Here's a clinical study that shows that the regulatory mechanism of lysine acetylation is in mesenchymal stem cells. Now, MSCs, as they're often referred to, was something that we studied during our stem cell research at the Regenerative Medicine Institute at the National University of Ireland. And what's important about this type of stem cell is that it releases growth factors. So when we want to heal from injury, this will in part be dependent upon the health and activity of this type of stem cell. So what's great to know is that lysine will support the health of these stem cells, as well as supporting copper peptide. So we've included it in our daytime formula for that reason. Patches that are synergistic with lysine include X39, glutathione, and X49. Now, the next ingredient that we've included is copper, and we've included it in the form of copper glycinate. Copper is extremely underrated as a nutrient, and most people do not get enough copper in their diet. It's required, of course, to make copper peptide, and peptides like GHK and AHK have an extremely high affinity for binding with copper, and hence some of the special attributes that these peptides have. Interestingly enough, in clinical research, it's been found that copper supports the migration of stem cells. Copper, of course, has also been used to historically suppress infection in the body, so it's extremely antimicrobial. So it's very important to get enough copper in your diet. So here's a clinical study that shows the relationship between copper and stem cells. And again, what we see here is that copper promotes the migration of stem cells that are in the bone marrow, these MSCs. And this is important because when we have an injury in the body, the stem cells need to be released either from fat deposits or from the bone marrow so they can do their job. And copper helps to facilitate this process. So patches that you would find that would be synergistic with getting enough copper would, of course, be X39 and X49, but also LifeWave. The reason for this, it's been found that when people have higher levels of copper, it makes them more resistant to pain. So if you've been suffering with a chronic pain, it could be that one of the things that you can do, which is incredibly simple and inexpensive, is simply increase your daily intake of copper. Now, the next nutrient that we've included in this formula is beta-alanine. Now, beta-alanine, of course, is an amino acid, and it is also a precursor to carnosine and AHK-CU. Beta-alanine is incredibly important, and it's something that each of us should be consuming daily. The reason is that, as we've previously discussed, lifespan can be dramatically enhanced by elevating carnosine, not only to mention the direct lifestyle improvements we get from elevating carnosine, such as improvements in cognition, improvements in strength, stamina, and overall muscle density, as well as improving the health of the heart and the cardiovascular system. So beta-alanine is something that you should be including in your daily diet. Now, of course, the other benefit to this is that beta-alanine is going to be supporting the activity of the stem cells in the body. Here's an interesting study showing the relationship between how carnosine protects against oxidative stress with intestinal stem cells. So a surprising finding, but nevertheless, that's a role that carnosine will play in the body. So patches that we have that are synergistic with carnosine and beta-alanine would, of course, include X39, glutathione, X49, the carnosine patch, and SP6. This is because that by getting an intake of beta-alanine and raising carnosine, it can help to regulate your blood sugar, which, of course, is another amazing benefit of beta-alanine. Now, another ingredient that we've included in the daytime formula is creatine, and in the form of creatine monohydrate. Now, often people are going to think about creatine as being a supplement only for athletes, and nothing could be further from the truth. It's been found that creatine, because it is an energy-carrying molecule, is incredibly important for cognition as well as the overall health and performance of the heart. So while athletes use creatine to improve the strength and the size of their muscles, improve their stamina, even if you're not an athlete, you're going to benefit from creatine. Now, during this research, I was very familiar with the benefits of creatine relative to athletes, but I was in fact surprised to find that there is a connection between creatine and stem cell activity. Here's a clinical study that shows that creatine is involved in supporting the health and the vitality of stem cells. Now, we are never going to make any type of claims that our products can be used to treat or prevent any type of disease or illness. So this information is just so you can understand that creatine is in fact important for the health and the vitality of stem cells. Now, because creatine plays such an important role in our health, not surprisingly, it is synergistic with all of our daytime patches. Now, another nutrient that we've included is selenium. Selenium, I think, is also fairly underrated. It can be found naturally in things like Brazil nuts, but many people are not getting enough selenium in their diet. Selenium is extremely important for the production of glutathione in the body. And interestingly enough, selenium has been linked to stem cell potency. So if we want to make our stem cells healthy and active, we want to make sure we're getting enough selenium in the diet. Here's a clinical study that's very interesting because it's showing how selenium is related to the wound healing process in the body. So many of you may suffer with an acute or chronic injury. Now, using something as simple as selenium will enhance the results that you're getting with the patches and support your overall wellness. So, not surprisingly, as a result, having a supplement with selenium is going to be synergistic with X39, glutathione, carnosine, SP6, and energy enhancer. Another nutrient that would be important to include because we have copper in this formula would be zinc. Now, when most of us think of zinc, the first thing that we're going to think about is the health of our immune system. And absolutely, it is true that zinc plays a very important role in supporting the health and the vitality of immune cells in the body. And zinc by itself, when applied topically to different types of viruses and bacteria, can kill them on contact like copper. There's also a balance and a ratio between copper and zinc in the body. So we want to make sure that we include zinc because we're including copper. Not only that, and maybe not surprisingly, zinc will support the health and the proliferation of stem cells in the body. And here, in fact, is a clinical study showing how zinc enhances the migration and self-renewal potential of human umbilical cord MSC stem cells. So because of this, zinc is complementary to a number of our LifeWave patches, including X39, glutathione, X49, and Eon. Now, another nutrient that is important to include in this formula is potassium. Most people have a potassium deficiency because they're not getting enough in their diet or they're getting too much sodium in the diet. Potassium can be used for a variety of different things in the body, such as helping to maintain healthy blood pressure. So many of you with hypertension may be simply lacking enough potassium. Something else that we know about potassium is that it can be used to help maintain the health of the cardiovascular system. It's an important electrolyte. And in studies that were done at Oxford, it was shown that potassium is the key nutrient that helps to maintain the balance of alkalinity to acidity in the body. So in other words, many people want to have an alkaline diet. And to do this, just simply increase your intake of potassium. Not surprisingly, because potassium is ubiquitous, it's found throughout the entire body. It also supports the health and vitality of stem cells. So here's a clinical study showing how the changes in potassium levels were directly related to the activity of human MSC stem cells. Because potassium is found throughout the entire body, because it plays such an important role in nearly every aspect of our health, you would expect that it is synergistic with all of our LifeWave daytime patches for a variety of different reasons. One interesting thing also about potassium is that it helps to support the body's levels of nitric oxide and can recycle nitric oxide. So what that means is, because nitric oxide is a vasodilator, it helps improve our circulation. One thing that we can do to help support our cardiovascular system in this way is to make sure we're getting enough potassium in our diets. Now, of course, another electrolyte that vast majority of the population, over 60% of the population, is deficient in would be magnesium. And magnesium, one of the key benefits is that it helps to bring our body into a state of relaxation. So, for example, magnesium can be used to help support healthy blood pressure levels. And in addition, magnesium taken before bedtime can help to support overall health and relaxation. Not surprisingly, as a result, magnesium supports the health of the nervous system. And of course, as you would expect, magnesium is required for the health and the vitality of the stem cells. So here's a clinical study showing the effects of magnesium on the growth and the proliferation of human embryonic stem cells. Because magnesium is found throughout the entire body, and it plays a role in well over 300 different metabolic processes, as you would expect, all of the LifeWave patches are synergistic with intake of magnesium. Now, here's one that is a little bit surprising, but we have included fiber in this supplement, and most notably soluble fiber. First thing is, most people don't get enough fiber in their diet, so that was one good reason to include it. But because these are a powdered formula that you add to water, the fiber helps to give the product a little bit more body. So it's a very enjoyable experience to consume this formula. In addition, fiber is going to play, especially soluble fiber, is going to play a very important role in the health of our immune system. So here's a clinical study, again, maybe quite surprisingly, that there is a relationship between the intake of soluble fiber and the health of the stem cells in the body. Of course, we know that and a very important part of our immune system is found in the gut. So consuming enough fiber is going to help not only our immune system, but also the probiotics in our gut. So for that reason, fiber is a prebiotic, which is a food for the probiotics in our gut. So it's really multi-purpose in that respect. So you could say that fiber is really going to be synergistic with all of our LifeWave patches. But for this discussion, we would really focus in on 3 different patches, which is X39, glutathione, and of course, SP6. When people are interested in maintaining healthy weight or losing some extra body fat, of course, increasing soluble fiber would be a great way to do that. So we are very excited about releasing this new nutritional formula. So you're going to be hearing more about this in the coming months. But importantly, you are seeing now that we are including this information about this product on our website. We want people to know that we have a supplement coming where we can make claims about this product supporting the health and the vitality of the stem cells in the body, as well as activation of stem cells. So that's why you're seeing the information on our website today. I've tried this product. It is absolutely incredible. You're going to love taking it. And of course, you're going to love the benefits.
How is that for a monumental announcement? The first LifeWave nutritional supplement. But that's not all. Let's welcome David Schmidt, founder and CEO, back to share another exciting product surprise.
So now that you've heard about our daytime nutritional formula, it's time to unveil the evening formula, which has been designed to work with all of our LifeWave patches that people commonly use in the evening. And like the daytime formula, this has been specifically formulated to work with all of the evening patches, as well as to support your health and vitality and support the health and vitality of the stem cells in the body. So this formula is very, very interesting because what we've done is we've included nutrients that complement the patches. So with the daytime formula, what we did was use ingredients like NAC to support the elevation of glutathione. We use glycine, lysine, and copper to support the promotion of copper peptide levels in the body. With the nighttime formula, we took a slightly different approach. We wanted to use nutrients that would complement the evening patches. So let's dig into this. The ingredient profile in this formula is going to include the amino acid taurine, magnesium threonate, L-theanine, nattokinase, and fiber. So let's discuss each one and why we included it, and also what benefits you might expect from this formula. Now, first thing that I'm going to say is that there are benefits to each of these nutrients that go well beyond relaxation and promotion of sleep. And first and foremost, this is going to start with taurine. Taurine is one of the most exciting nutrients that we have been researching in the field of anti-aging as well as age reversal. An interesting fact is that as you age, your body's levels of taurine will decrease. Taurine can be found in the brain and in the heart, and in men, it's found in the genitals. One interesting study that was done with taurine had to do with men's testosterone levels. And it was actually found that if men supplemented with taurine prior to the age of 40, and they continued to supplement, that they would not see a decrease in their testosterone levels throughout their life. That's pretty powerful stuff. In addition, higher doses of taurine have been seen to play a role in maintaining proper blood pressure. And in fact, one study even shows that taurine is more effective than pharmaceutical drugs at lowering blood pressure. So again, we're not making any type of health or medical claims here. We're simply providing a nutritional supplement to support your overall health and vitality. So these are many things that you would want to know about the amino acid taurine. Now, the reason why we included it in this formula is that it helps to put your body into a state of relaxation. It won't necessarily cause you to go to sleep, but it will provide the conditions and the mood to help you sleep better. Now, because we are designing these formulas to promote the health and vitality of stem cells in the body. Not surprisingly, with all these benefits, studies have been shown that, in fact, taurine does support health and vitality of stem cells and even the proliferation of stem cells. And here is a study that you can see the link to below. Now, patches that you might want to use in the evening that would be synergistic with taurine would include things like Eon, carnosine, LifeWave, Silent Nights, and Alavita. Now, another nutrient that we included in this formula is magnesium threonate. Now, many of you will have heard me recognize this very special form of magnesium on some of our LifeWave Connect product training calls. Typical forms of magnesium include things like magnesium oxide, magnesium citrate, and even magnesium glycinate. But a more rare form of magnesium is magnesium threonate. And one of the benefits to this special form of magnesium is that it easily crosses the blood-brain barrier. Now, one of the things that we know about magnesium is that it causes a relaxation response in the central nervous system. So when consuming magnesium threonate, because it enters the brain, this will cause the body to enter into a state of relaxation. So like taurine, taking magnesium threonate will not necessarily put you to sleep, but again, it helps to calm your brain and your nervous system down to promote the conditions for rest and relaxation. So it makes it a perfect complement to our LifeWave evening patches. Now, not surprisingly, there is a connection between the body's levels of magnesium and the health and vitality of the stem cells. And here again is a clinical study linking to the relationship between magnesium and stem cells. We could again make a case that magnesium supplementation in virtually any form, as long as it's bioavailable, is going to be synergistic with all of our LifeWave patches, and getting enough magnesium in the diet is critically important. But from the perspective of relaxation of the nervous system and supporting rest and relaxation, we'd recommend and would say that magnesium threonate is a perfect complement for Eon, carnosine, LifeWave, Silent Nights, and Alavita. LifeWave is here, by the way, because very often what we see in clinical studies is that when people have pain, they have low levels of potassium and magnesium in the body. So very often when people are suffering in pain, by getting enough magnesium, they can reduce that pain. Now, the next ingredient in this formula is L-theanine. And L-theanine is found in a variety of different natural things such as mushrooms and green tea, and it is noted to promote rest and relaxation. So very often people will even take theanine as a way to help improve the quality of their sleep. So as a result, we've included it in this formula. Very interesting study information about L-theanine and its role in stem cells in the liver. So I wanted to link to a study here. L-theanine, when it was used to treat stem cells, alleviates cytotoxicity that's induced in the liver. So in other words, by taking L-theanine, you can improve the health of the liver, and this in turn improves the health of the stem cells in the body. So because L-theanine is going to support overall rest and relaxation, we would recommend its use with our evening patches such as Eon, IceWave, Silent Nights, and Alavita. And for that reason, we included it in this formula. Now, nattokinase is derived from fermented soy. And I think at first glance, it would be a very unusual thing to include in an evening formula when we're talking about improving the health and quality of sleep. In other words, other nutritional supplements that are on the market for improving sleep generally do not include nattokinase, but we have included it here for a variety of different reasons. So let's dig into that just for a moment. Again, the first thing about nattokinase is that it's not naturally found in the body. This is an enzyme that we would have to get in our diet, and it's found in what's called natto, which is a form of fermented soy. Now, this is found in the Japanese diet, and what researchers in Japan found about people that were consuming natto was that they had a lower risk of heart disease. And so when studies started to be done to find out the reason why, it was found that this enzyme, nattokinase, could improve the health and the vitality of the cardiovascular system. And it does this in a variety of different ways. More recently, since the pandemic, one of the things that has been discovered with nattokinase is that it will reduce the body's levels of fibrinogen, which are elevated from the spike protein. So this means that if you got an mRNA vaccine or if you had COVID, you may have elevated levels of fibrinogen in the body, and you're going to want to bring those down. And one way to do that is to take a supplement of nattokinase. The other thing that we know is that there is definitely a relationship between the quality of sleep and the health of the cardiovascular system. This is something that is often overlooked. So because the quality of sleep and the quality of the health of the heart is so interconnected, that was another reason why we wanted to include nattokinase in this formula. Also very interesting about the relationship between nattokinase and stem cells. It seems that there is a future in using nattokinase in wound healing. And here is a study that we've linked to, so you can investigate that if you so wish. So because nattokinase improves the health of the heart and the cardiovascular system, improves circulation, not surprisingly, people that are athletes that want to get the best athletic performance, they would use patches like carnosine, like X39, and use a nattokinase supplement. From the perspective of sleep, this makes nattokinase a natural for combining not only with carnosine, but with Silent Nights and Alavita as well. And like our daytime formula, we have also included in our evening formula fiber, soluble fiber. This again is to help give this nutritional formula because it is a powder that you will add over to water. It helps give it more body. And for all the reasons that we explained before, fiber is going to support the health of the immune system. And as a prebiotic, it's going to support the flora in the gut and improve the amount of probiotics that you have. Interestingly enough, there is a correlation between fiber and stem cells, as we've talked about. So fiber, of course, is synergistic with X39, glutathione, SP6, and all of our evening formulas and evening patches. So We will be coming out with the evening formula in the coming months, and we'll keep you posted on that. The important thing is that we wanted to get the information out to you now so you know what we have planned, and also so you can see that we're introducing this formula to support the health and vitality of the stem cells in the body and round out our product line. I'm very excited about this. You're also really going to love the taste of this formula. It's extraordinarily enjoyable to drink, and I know you're going to want to add it into your daily lifestyle. So look for the evening formula coming in the months ahead.
As mentioned earlier in the event, 2024 marks the 20th anniversary of LifeWave. To share more about the exciting year of celebration ahead, please welcome Global Vice President of Marketing, Jeff Hildebrandt.
This year marks a significant milestone for us as we celebrate 2 decades of unparalleled creativity and innovation. The journey of LifeWave, fueled by David's groundbreaking work, has illuminated the path for countless individuals worldwide. It's a feat that most companies never reach. 20 years in business. In fact, most fail to make it past 5 years. We are so grateful to each of you for the role that you have played. Together, we've accomplished something truly great. But how can we aptly encapsulate this extraordinary journey in mere words? You might recall the convention. I hinted at a project in the works, a special edition 20-year celebration magazine. Well, I'm excited to announce that this coming Monday, January 29th, the magazine will be released in 13 languages. You can order it through our back office or download it to share with your prospects. This magazine isn't just a publication, it's a treasure trove of LifeWave's essence and innovation over the years. In addition to being included in all enrollment kits where available, the magazine can be purchased via the back office, either as a single copy, a bundle of 5, or a bundle of 10. The pricing is as follows: $5.99 US for a single copy, $25 for a bundle of 5, and $48 for a bundle of 10. Additionally, it'll be available for download in our resource section. And again, it will be in countries and regions where it is available. Now, come the end of March, we'll extend our reach even further with editions in traditional Chinese, Korean, Portuguese, and Japanese. We are thrilled to be able to offer this to virtually all of our brand partners, regardless of where you live. Within its pages, you'll find a personal message from David, alongside a rich visual narrative of LifeWave's evolution. This magazine stands as a homage to our past and a celebration of our present, and a peek into our exhilarating future. I urge each of you to secure your copy on Monday. It's more than a keepsake. It's a symbol of the profound impact that LifeWave has had on our lives and the global community. Now, before I conclude, let me remind you of the promotion launching today. When you purchase X39 and Energy Enhancer together, you're entitled to a discount of up to 20%. This offer is live as of now, so please take a moment to review the details on the slide. This is a great opportunity to reach out to new and current customers alike. Now, one of the things I love about this bundle is that it features our very first product and our star product together. It's truly a tribute to the amazing 20-year journey that we've had, and a perfect bundle to kick off this celebratory year. I invite each of you to download or purchase the 20-year magazine and to take advantage of this amazing promotion. Thank you for all that you do.
The path to empowerment really starts with understanding. If we were to distill down the message of every major religion, it would really be to first understand rather than judge. So I'll ask you today to keep an open mind and listen to what's being said and have the courage to understand human software.
Hey, LifeWave community. Thank you for joining us today for Vision 2024. This is the beginning of a transcendent year. We hope that you've been inspired by the training, the education, the announcements, and the experiences that make LifeWave truly one of a kind. We've got an opportunity to celebrate our past, our present, and our future, to hear about exciting product announcements, and to really do a complete walkthrough of the last 20 years, how the products have evolved. We've looked at events and incentives and what lies ahead for us, a very exciting year. And we've heard from our global field leadership, their vision for 2024, and life-changing product testimonials. So in wrapping up, we'll have the chance to hear some final thoughts from David Schmidt, without whom none of us would be here today. And he'll be sharing from his heart his unwavering commitment to enhancing the lives of millions of people all over the globe, as we all seek to be the change we want to see in our world.
As we come to a close of our Vision Conference, we begin this year with hope for a better future. We are, after all, celebrating our 20th anniversary. Not many people would have bet on LifeWave lasting 20 years when we first started, given all the obstacles we had to overcome, but here we stand, stronger and bigger than ever before because of the phenomenal leaders and brand partners we have in our community. I would like to take this opportunity to ask you to think about your life's purpose and what it is you would like to achieve with your life. At some point in the very distant future, after you have hopefully lived a long and fulfilling life, using technology to stay younger longer, or even age in reverse, you will ultimately pass on from this life to the next one. We cannot take anything physical from this life to the next life. We only take our life experiences, the love we have shared with others, our mistakes, and our successes. As you are standing before our God and Creator, and in that moment, how do you wish to be remembered? What were your life experiences, and what did you do in your life to show your love for others? Ultimately, this is what will matter. So let's take a few moments to focus on this very important topic. For Christians, it is commanded by Jesus Christ to love others. The Lord said, "Love others as I have loved you." During his life on earth, Jesus was a teacher of spirituality, a healer of the sick, and on many occasions fed those that were hungry. These are noble goals for anyone to set in their life as an expression of one's love for another. The Buddha said, "Love is a gift of one's innermost soul to another, so both can be whole." This is such a beautiful way of expressing what it means to love others, as it exemplifies that when we look towards helping those in need out of love, we ourselves gain something incredibly valuable in return. In Islam, it is said, no matter what your physical appearance, when you have kindness in your heart, you're the most beautiful person in the world. Interestingly enough, when we live in a state of love, there is an increase in our body's levels of oxytocin, a very powerful hormone. It has now been found that oxytocin is a very powerful age reversal biochemical. Old muscle cells from people over the age of 70 were reverted back to muscle cells that looked and acted like 25-year-old muscle cells. So when we show love for others and do our part to help those in need out of a state of love, we do in fact get something in return that is the gift of health, youth, and vitality. This provides us now with a basis for how we can think about how we wish to conduct ourselves in our business building efforts in the year ahead. When interacting with others, will we be thinking about our own interests, or will we be listening to the needs of others and be there to be a facilitator to help someone on their journey to be healed? You will often hear me on LifeWave product trainings recommending products we do not sell. I feel a responsibility to share information that I have been blessed with receiving to offer this in good faith in the hopes that it will help others to recover from what they are burdened with. As you know, LifeWave has grown and prospered, so building our community for the mutual benefit of all in this way has helped us to become stronger. I would ask you to consider this in your interaction with others, that you be there to help guide this person in their healing journey, which may or may not include our products. You will be building a strong relationship out of love, and this gesture will always come back to building you up and making you stronger, and in ways that you might not ever realize. In the year ahead, there are going to be some incredibly exciting things to look forward to. While we have discussed the release of our new supplements today, that will not be our only product launch this year. To commemorate our 20th anniversary, we will usher in a new generation of LifeWave with the release of new technology that will allow people to heal in ways that was never possible before. I am incredibly excited about what this will mean for our business opportunity, but more importantly, I am thrilled with the prospect that we will be able to empower those in need in a way that was never possible before. The year ahead will be one filled with incredible travel incentives. These opportunities give our community the ability to gather as a team and celebrate our achievements. For with each business accomplishment, you are making the world a better place, one life at a time. The year ahead will also commemorate the opening of our new corporate headquarters in Utah and the opening of our futuristic Welcome Center. I am looking forward to our grand opening event at this new office and sharing with you personally how this new office marks a new, bold beginning for LifeWave. Also this year, we'll be having our 20th anniversary cruise and our 20th anniversary conference in Dallas. These events will be both celebrations to commemorate 20 years of healing, but will also offer us the opportunity to usher in the next 20 years. I have been busy in our labs preparing a number of very special things for our 20-year celebration, and I am looking forward to sharing these with you at these events. We also have a number of significant surprises to unveil in the year ahead. With these surprises comes new opportunities, and we will be using these opportunities to make LifeWave a name that everyone around the globe knows and admires. I pray that in the year ahead, the Lord God blesses you and your family with peace, love, and happiness, and that as a community, we will bring light and love into this world at a time when it is so desperately needed. Thank you for attending Vision, and I am looking forward to hearing your success stories in the year ahead.